So Monday Night Raw was really good show tonight. So I'll go with 9 out of 10. So if you want to subscribe any channel and you want to subscribe to, so I got a new channel in the top screen below, and you want to check this out. You get one membership and one descriptions, and one descriptions below on my screen right here. So let's go Monday Night Raw from. So we will do breakdown of Monday Night Raw tonight. So also like that rivalries, the stories, and all the stuff I like to watch the part on your segment goes. So Monday Night Raw was really great show tonight. I'll say 10% on that. So let's go break down from tonight's Monday Night Raw live right here. So speaking of Seth Rollins, we kick off Raw tonight. After when Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker and Big Boss Reed is a vice-man Paul Heyman, after made their way to the ring to kick things off, so the show the growing Brazos has up yet. So it wasn't a name, and when Paul Heyman put over Braun Breaker and Boston Reed has only he came before. So I wasn't hindering also a microphone. I need to set a portion of one's cut a soul hill promo in which after he lashes out at the fans before also falling to the wins at Money in the Bank briefcase. So it was something he says is no more powerful than the world title. After is Seth Rollins is about money. After was because he is a one-week clue to a theme song. So I was just was in that Paul Heyman put over why so the group is even more understandable with Boston Reed. With Sony with Braun Breaker and backup for Seth Rollins. So after who lead so apologizes for his night as he will to compete in a Money in the Bank and qualifying match later in the night. So Austin aim to take one step closer towards in breath into the men's match on June 7th is about next month. Ajay Soul is possible but a most defining emotive. So I wasn't a badass in a true bottom line of aggravated Paul Heyman to ascribe about Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman and say the amount of damage and who when Boston Reed did the two Rollins in a short period to compare to what Roman Reigns did has a reason for wanting him to join to the group. Okay, this is strange. After when Rollins played to the crowd like a fiddle laying a heat in sense of RTC built in support of Roman Reigns before when we lapsing into his promo after which included that you people stick it. So I wasn't in him and something that after he is the only person capable of gaining power. So either I have found something more powerful than championship, I have found something that allows me to decide the fates of those championships. And Seth Rollins said before He was looking forward and toward the sky at the money in the bank briefcase. So I like that part of this assessment between bonds. So we got money in the bank credit file match. We got Penta, we take on Dragon Lee versus Zack Gable. So Osa Penta is heading to Money in the Bank for a chance to compete for the of this briefcase and following any win over Dragon Lee and Zack Gable. Under in a triple threat a qualifying match, and Gable has survived a part of double inside has listened to the best wrestler in a ring full of other nominally talented of the compels Dragon Lee so out with a dive that caused Pat McAfee to drop in explosive and Penta onto the ring. So also after it figured did so Figure was identified repaying Gable for a seat shot at a ringside moments earlier tonight. So it was a good fast-paced match that continued. I had one story induced of Figure to Zack Gable and went against Alyssa the Bray and put Penta on a path to a ladder match on September 7th that he could very well be the star of. And the winner on this match is Penta. So this was clever, was the bookings here from Triple H. So also has he programs of Zack Gable against two listen those to keep that story going all a while. So I was to meet with a compare with a title that Money in the Bank. So I was a personally in this spot we saw Penta dive to Zack Gable's head, neck, and face into that mat. So former Libyan is in Boston was a Boston machine because a loser athlete will be pressing his neck back together. So, in a single snap, a Fafo said, "That's not ideal." So, Andrew Garrett took a seat shot at Fingo at the ringside. I just award that we own and the competitors made his positive felt moments later. So I wasn't directly said icon and necessarily said the Hills did not qualify for money in the bank. So in next match we got singles match. So we got Liv Morgan is back on Raw tonight, and Kerry Chisara goes 1-on-1 against the former superstar Rusev. So it was a bad day by Liv Morgan to return, yet walking in on Martin Perez was offering to Dominic Mysterio of Chicken Nuggets, and it so love as he failed to address that Adam but not before, and coming to Adam Pearce to give her a Money in the Bank and a qualifying opportunity. And until when the Morgan took confidence for Dom. So I just into the back and said Elliot Rusev returned to the ring. So I think there's time for the contest really a match on your sides of Karatasara deposit a quick start from the formal cruiserweight, a 24/7 champion Karatasara. So also failed to a muscle kick and Claude has the vote to the win. Also after the match was retaining his opponent assisted and was refusing to break the hold until Simmons makes a save and there's a stare down ensued, leading to a hill backing down inside the squad circle. So I want to see the Conor Royal against Rusev give us all of this. So in the winner on this match is Rusev won the match. So I would say 8 for the Morgan return 8 Diamond Steel pausing a C prize for Rusev win. So after speaking on fan ballot was probably pleased with himself that after he stirred things up with the Summit Day, going to end to Liv Morgan and Mysterio Patrol was a group. Argument Simmons may be the most surface and climbing star onto the roster, always wanting to work with anyone in any program. So I wasn't even whatever it means he will lucky lose, not many formal world champions embrace that role. So in next match got triple threat match was a World Tag Team Championship match will be all aligned. So after the New Day, Cody Kingston and Civil Wars to undefeating the Raw Brands and Tag Team titles against the Creed Brothers, System Creed, and Brothers Creed, and the World Royals, Eric and Alva in the second three-way match of this evening. So after the two teams form an audience was it officers to work over the World Royals and take the former champions out after the equation lane to exhausting heat. After Spot has stayed beat down and emphasized Eric. So also a hot tag to offer sparking a babyface comeback that we saw the big man toss his opponents around the squad circle as it broke down. And here's what Severus did have done throughout this hill one. After being a match by assassin in opening the match was probably fine. It wasn't some hard work. After from the 6 men involved, but after the lack of fundament and initiative of the collective teams need to focus on major stories and kind of work about this. This is how to work of this. And this department that is beyond the 2 or 3 teams fighting for the gold. And the winner on this match is a New Day. So I just said the card did not care about this one. I just something that is mostly disappointing given the talent involved. And Human Alpha does not get enough credit for playing on one of the best and most possible heavyweights into the company. So also can't we please give the Creeds something to do, because these on your doings for people who lose every big match and they are in is not doing it. So speaking of going to interrupt by say also. So a little before World Heavyweight Champion, as he also could address his Money in the Bank match with his teammate Cody Rhodes against undisputed WWE Champion John Cena and Logan Paul. So after going to interrupt and addresses their upcoming title match on Sunday night in Phoenix. After the ring, Gasol was coming in smugly about to take back in his title at one more time. So also World said also went under it that he fights for the people who fought for him. And they also said, will it be a 2-time and you tap out? I think it was more of the same that we have seen out of these two. I knew it should be suspended against a 10-week prep that went into the WrestleMania match. I knew it's highly unlikely that they also lose as a big money match appears to be showdown with Rollins possibly has SummerSlam, but do not count out scoring fans that either protest Gunther, who is one of the most unbelievable and intimate competitors on the roster. It says, I think you are holding onto this title way longer than I expected. Adrian Gunther said, I was almost back-handed to compliment us, and I was like Papel, smug hill. I just looked at how I was able to be a champion for almost a year. So I wasn't because the only person I care about is myself, so when gets a claim. So I am going to make things right, and I'm going to sort you out. I'm going to take my World Heavyweight Championship back where it belongs around my waist. So I'm done with anyone saying my days as a champ are number, as they also said. In next match, look at Kyrie saying goes one-on-one against Liv Morgan. So I just said positive of the backstage combinations of returning Liv Morgan squad with a former tag team and NXT Women's Champion Kyrie Sane. So it was a competent match, and we saw Liv Morgan to dominate through into commercial break. I think it appeared to have victory in hand at one point late into the match too. Kyrie Sane set up for the insane elbow and only for Rosa Perez to come from out of nowhere. After it serves the babyface from the top rope. Also in intimate argument with Raquel Rodriguez at the ringside to distract Morgan, allowing Kyrie Sane to stack her up and steal to the win. I just look on Liv Morgan's face and her departure for Rosa Perez introducing with Mysterio on the inside night. So Alyssa Song's is involved up coming soon a very little. After in terms of giving Perez something of sophisticated to do on the main roster while there was a public and fans a flash and view it works. So over the final canvassing on Iran, she did after last week lose to the competitive team will have to work hard to remain to the fans of why Kairi Singh is especially talented because right now and you're struggling to connect and fits in the middle of this match is Kairi Singh. So speaking of Michael Cole knowing that on community that and this is the first ever meeting between Liv Morgan and Kairi Singh, making it 2 weeks in a row that the princess has spotted an opponent for the first time in Rhea Ripley. So Kairi Singh must lead into Liv Morgan with her adjoining forearm to success. Andrew Liv Morgan worked with it versus Spencer's agile Super was Super B. So speaking of live Fakir Pomo, he added, Andrew Women's Intercourse champion live Fakir to the squad circle to address her upcoming rematch against Becky Lynch at Money in the Bank and see. So I just this idea that the man can just request and receive a title match without closing only one, but and that is right out of Becky Lynch's playbook. I just a former women's champion to end up and a follow back and forth issue during under with a silence that's laid down. So if Becky Lynch lose to live I could see Neville silence for the IC title again. So whenever the champions lose to see most classic waves in Becky Lynch's hand in eventually I just read this promo much like so also encourage earlier into the show. Also nothing new of note but the hype of a recent match. So the difference is just at last induced a new discovery just a question which should help make the rematch of one of the best matches from Backlash that much more interesting. And you want a match and I want a night, and Becky Lynch said. Your husband, you mean the only thing I'm talking about you, and I like it is insult, especially the stupidest matches on one signature fouls, number 2 signs for a title. Again, I think almost always fails to a winner unless you are Cornwalls in AEW. I think with past days with Kevin Cross has stopped to Sami Zayn on his way to the ring. He wasn't looking to Russell to the mind games he has played with him for a month, telling him that he will never be receiving it seems to right away, but now, without falling to the deal with Cross Little. And here's the main event. So we got Money in the Bank in qualifying match. We got Sami Zayn, we take on Finn Balor, and Seth Rollins. I just a full member of the men's Money Bank ladder match, less the men in a strong main event. And on Monday that we saw the ones at last as a museum in Finbalo to cast in his ticket to the 77th Point live event. Also late in the match, Sami Zayn appealed to have the victory in hand with Boston Reed and Braun Breaker made the opposite felt. And the level, Sami Zayn also outside Larry Rollins to benefit from a Mankind champ from Dominic Mysterio by delivering a stomp on the steel seal. After a victorious Rollins demanded his beatdown of Sami Zayn and said also who had come to his friends and add only for CM Punk music played. After was a heel sent to cut CM Punk off, the straight edge superstar of sneak attack. After made Rollins from behind of just lowering him with go to sleep and standing tall to close out to the soul. After a crowd and main event, it was a couple up with CM Punk getting a muscle up revenge. It wasn't with his rivalry wasn't made this party wasn't close to the soul. And the winner on this match is Seth Rollins. Obviously the most successful stars of the last 20 years. I wasn't messed up here and it was Seth overall a main event. So I wasn't also sweet as a great workhorse in WWE over the last 10. I just said Finbalo, Comedy, Garcia, Champ, and here is down for Rollins. Also followed by Hulu Kick from Sami Zayn with a great squashes. And overall grade. And you will with some hits and miss it on this week. So I think was no real it has strong at last. So I just had the tag team reason got screened at time, but I just had to get exit with it all and just point up prominent from the lag outside the crowd. I think the environment the two promos in the second half of the show did not really for anything of a note of deposit setting up was to be some fun exhibition matches. Was those deposits was some coming into the asses in the Money Bank. The qualifiers is the last is a reply. I must think register with the Summit Day and split the difference and say that the good outweighs the bad. So Monday Night Raw was a very great show tonight. I love it. So it's my go to my YouTube Q&A poll for a night. So give me 1 second here, guys. So give me a second here. So, if you like what review tonight, please like, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up for this review tonight. So I got 7% liked it, 2% is alright, and 100% didn't like it. So let's go my X poll of the night. So give me 1 second here. Let's go to my stuff here, my notes. So I got 7% liked it, Supercent is alright. If Supercent didn't like it. So this was a great show of the night. So on the first thing, and we heard from other tweets, and after when Pat McAfee said, I was told CM Punk wasn't here, but he did. So after when CM Punk, after Mr. played, and he came to into the ring, and he stood to Seth Rollins, and he grabbed CTS to sleep, and until Boston Reed and Paul Bagel wasn't down to into the ring. So this might be a really good match. I think so be. So the new podcast is going to be Cody Rhodes podcast is coming up soon. So speaking of Cody Rhodes podcast, and I just down here. So let me see. It says, we will have season 2 premiere of our WWE's American Nightmare Cody Rhodes podcast with a special guest and special wife, Brandy Rhodes. So we might going to have what you're going to talk about onto the podcast. It'll be on this Wednesday and premiere this Wednesday to premiere a new podcast soon. This is what do you want to talk about. So here's a new podcast. It'll be on this Wednesday. We'll be on I'd say May 20. I think on 28th of Wednesday. So here's a formal champion of all time is Cassie Lee. His Pennywise is at the tryouts. So we got season premiere will be starting this Wednesday. So let me see a couple more. Oh yeah, I just went on the go. There's 2 bills inside, and Pat McAfee is 20 years out, and famous in Tampa Bay. So that's his hometown of Tom Brady, Tampa Bay. So I'm a big fan of Tampa Bay fan. I think. So let me see a couple more here. So Russell been here with Monday Night Raw tonight. It's been almost a year. So let me see here. I say, so let me see here. He was a part of the comedy for a long time. I say an November sword had Rusev in for sports and wrestling. So he was a long time he has today. So Cody slowly been tuning this out. The ball is racing. This way Ripley is tuning this out. Let it go. And you see works out. Oh yeah, here's a new movie that's coming out soon. So let me see. So I went to a news show I went to yesterday on Sunday, and I also in the JDB IG Spikes. So that's what I heard on this news today. So I've been hearing about Aaron Roberts. He was in this Sunday night, has a wrestling in Capel of JVID, and I saw him after the wrestling match. So I've been posting this video in the top below my screen. There's a new video for all of you. So we had a big breaking news that I use a message for the presents the IG showcase on June 8th in New York City. All JVID Women's Charlotte Tournament match category got 1 -0 and a round ribbon with senior steel, so -1. So let me see, come on here. So let me see. Oh yeah, Alfreda's been turning this out. I'd say 12 minutes ago. So let me see. So Andrew Aster Black says the WWE locker room is like any locker room he ever been in. I was in that system for 8 years, and it's a completely different system, and then anything else, and then it's like of WWE. There's no locker room ever been in it. So I felt like this is what it is. So I just said a day, and it's a league of Nazis Sparrow way back in the day. So here's Rusev, and they all way back with Wayne Barrett, Everett DeVille, and Samus. And then now, so let me see. So Drake Williams will be coming here to the office tomorrow. Drake Williams. So Monday Night Raw was really good Sunday night. So I watched last Sunday. I watched NXT Battleground last Sunday night. I'll be up about 3:00 a.m. and I watched that match. And I watched it last Sunday on NXT Battleground. I seen that part. I watched Sweet Wrestling Shows on Sunday night. I watched AJD press conference. I watched that. I watched AJD Double 19 and NXT Battleground. That Sunday, I watched 3 of top shows. I've been busy watching any shows I can watch anytime in demand. So that's about a long time, I think, so be. So thank you for watching of tonight's review of Monday Night Raw. Or if more, then please hang out with lullabies and say also yes at I'll say a hotel, maybe. So we will come more here, my tweets here, and we will wrap it up. So sorry for it between us out with his dad. Said there's a boy, Ric Flair, is in the boat with his dad. And this is Ray Ripley says mommy's into the bank. And you just Walt Southman. So this was insane on tonight's of Raw. So let me see a couple more here. Oh, here's a new tweet. So, by the way, just support his dog. This is please donate if you can. This poor puppy with news has a target with his butt shot. Unless it's gushing through puppy and pass it, or even a small adjustment really goes a long way. Any helps. Yeah, but they just support dog. So this is my deal. Turn this out. So we talk about Oscar. I'm gonna read that. They fail soon. So Oscar is still a sideline. A character idea for her return we discussed in recent months, but it wasn't limit put off of select. So thank you for watching on tonight's Raw review. So we will wrap it up right now. So have a good Monday. Have a rest of your week. We might do it live on AEW Dynamite this Wednesday, and so much more. So have a rest of Monday, and then have a rest of your week. See you guys next time. Have a good one, guys. Peace.